All right, we are properly here in round number 8. We've got Reiju being able to start off with the stage, being able to discard a chopper to get their four cost copy of each G, and then pass it back to the purple Luffy player.
So I love that Reiju at least gets a chance to play the game nowadays, especially with Purple Law, Red Purple Law being banned.
Yeah,
Such a boon. And do we have the Reiju to back this up, or are we just gonna play the character and pass? I guess we just play the character and pass. That's unfortunate.
yeah. So it's fine though. Like we can do it later. It means that we can like discard a four cost Reiju later and bounce it or play it from the trash. But I think we would have enjoyed the card draw and the extra body to attack instead.
With 5 down on Luffy, we're going to
Oh, we're gonna play the
Magellan
Magellan.
keep us off curve. But
Yep.
honestly, Reiju doesn't care about being off curve. That's their whole
Uh,
game plan.
I mean, kind of cares, right? Like it's just like a weird dynamic in a deck that already does
Mm-hmm.
like a good amount of Dawn minusing. Um,
Yeah.
I think it's like a little bit
Well,
less so than others, but we discard a 4 drop each G to get a 7 cost each G. We're gonna go 5k
uh,
with leader.
yeah. That's not a great trade. You kind of wish that was the opposite way.
Mm-hmm.
That's really unfortunate. But yeah, it looks like we are. I think all the Reijus at top are all on this some form of Foxy Pirate package with Chopper and um Chopper. What's her name? She's got a beanie on her head. I can't remember. Um,
The Porsche.
Porsche, Porsche, and then they also play the one other character. I can't remember the name.
Yeah, usually a 2k to be found off of it.
It's the
So
Kude. Yeah.
yeah. So that's true. I think that's generally what most decks are playing for Reiju. Um, and honestly, I haven't looked at this matchup in quite a minute. Purple Luffy generally likes to be the aggressive deck that ramps a lot, but
Mhm.
Reiju can definitely I think get some better costed bodies out on the board without having to dip into their life pool, while still being able to get some card advantage by their leader effect. So um, Magellan's kind of an interesting choice that we decided to do that because it might actually hurt us more than the Reiju player at the end of the day.
I agree because we gave up a life to be able to play this Magellan early, and again, Reiju can play at these lower. Not only do they already want to be kind of one Don, at least either equal or one Don behind, but we're gonna play Polly without using the effect. Did
No,
we?
we,
Did
we
we
used
have
the
the proper
effect.
Don amount?
Yeah, we did.
Oh,
We
okay.
did. Yeah. Since we started the turn at 6, we had to take another card out of our life to do so, though, which is a little bit
Oh, that's
expensive.
what I missed. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but so it's 2 life apiece. Purple Luffy's got quite a few cards in hand. And I think the one thing that I think changes in the OPO8 meta compared to previously is that we would be able to stabilize with a 9 drop Linlin, because right now being down to 2 life is kind of scary, but with the potential of playing that Linlin to get an extra life, have another 9k body out, that could help us out quite a bit.
Right. Um. Yeah. But I mean, Reiju still has a lot of the good just the utility stuff that like it's always been around. Like they have access to Black Maria, which was one of the cards that made Purple Law really scary.
Yeah.
They could play that here, catch up on Dawn, making all this
Ooh,
ramp. Oh,
this is such a rough play. We
I
had
was just about to mention this.
Yeah, we took so much cards out of our life. I think we had like 10 cards in hand, right? That pudding is brutal in this spot. Super brutal.
Yeah.
And now we're at 5 in hand. They still have a 6k swing from leader, and
Mhm.
it looks like they're asking for a super hard shuffle. But man, this is
That's fair. If you're this far deep into the tournament,
yeah, this is tough.
that's crazy. We'll have to see how it goes. Um, so they're gonna come out of this with 5 cards. I mean, they could still draw like okay cards. They're just not gonna be able to be as defensive about going forward, which works into Reiju's favor.
Yeah.
Um,
No, this
it's
is
just
pretty
I'm worried
scary
about Reiju's.
for Purple Luffy
Hmm?
for sure.
I'm just worried about how does Reiju follow this up, right? Like, okay, so we have 7 cost Yonji on board, but we still need, or is it Ichiji? Ichi's one, yeah. So
Yeah.
Ichiji, but like, do we hope that we draw the third Ichiji because we already got one rid of one of the little Ichijis. We haven't been able to fill up our hand with Reiju's. We don't even run the blocker, so we're hoping that maybe Niji can come in and let us like attack into the poly after poly attacks. Like we just don't. I don't see how Reiju, even with disrupting the hand, makes it to the other side here. Maybe play a Black Maria, catch up on Dawn
I
helps,
don't
but
think it matters though. Like they Luffy's got 5 cards in hand. That's probably the most cards they're
four
gonna have
now,
for
or
the yeah
four.
4 up to 5. But being at 1 life in this scenario is just so tough. We do
That's
have like
fair.
an okay board, and Reiju does have a good amount of cards in hand, but I definitely think Purple Luffy's nervous about the situation they found themselves in.
Yeah, it could go either way for sure. And if Reiju just sees the second Ichiji, then or third Ichiji technically, they're in a really good spot. But we're also looking. They needed card draw early. They never got to get their Reiju off, and now Luffy's got 10 Dawn to work with this turn.
Yeah.
Which like you said,
Obviously,
9 drop Linlin.
yeah. Like Kaido helps a little bit, but at
Mm-hmm.
the same time, like you're at 1 life. Like with how much Dawn Reiju's at, each leader swing, each G swing can save you quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're
There's no
getting
world where you play another Magellan to try to knock Reiju down a peg again. Put him down to was it 6 Dawn next? No, would be 6 Dawn next turn. Yeah,
yeah.
checking the trash. We got two little Ichiji's, one mom, one stage. Um, are we just gonna split up our Dawn and attack 3 times?
Uh,
Is there a
Maybe.
Dawn count? I don't know how many cards are in Reiju's hand. It looks like 6 ish, 7.
I mean, you could just do like big number to try to get rid of their HG as well. Um,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
you
counting
like
2Ks. That's what that was just now. Only one 2K in trash.
yeah, I mean, you could put like 5 Dawn and Magellan attack into their HG, ask them for 2 2Ks and a 1K to get out of it, and then you could do like another 5 afterwards. But yeah, clearly, I
Yeah.
don't think either getting like 9 drop Linlin would have been huge right now. Ten
Mm-hmm.
9 drop Kaido would have been huge, just for like the pressure. And I think the issue though is that not necessarily like the amount of pressure we can put this turn, but just simply not losing next turn.
Yeah, I don't see how. I think in if this goes to 2 more turns, Luffy wins, and
Yeah,
it's just up to if Reiju can win on its next turn.
I think that's true. If Reiju's not in the best spot, I don't think they're losing this turn, but they
Mm-hmm.
kind of have to win on their next turn. Otherwise, I think Purple Luffy's going to get enough pressure. And clearly a tough decision, but we've got plenty of time right now.
Yeah,
Uh,
25 minutes.
25 minutes when likely there's no more than 3 turns left in this game. Yeah, we can take a couple minutes thinking on our best play.
It's like we're splitting. We're thinking like 10-10-7 maybe, or just like play 4 drops, play an 8 drop. I don't know. I try to read into too much people touching their Dawn.
Yeah, because they've got like 6 in there. Like some good plays would be like 7 drop. Kid wouldn't be a terrible card to make your leader a 6K, right? We
Mm-hmm.
could do like any blocker that's in your deck would be solid right here.
Yeah.
Like even like Magellan to keep them off like another Dawn that they can use offensively would be fine. Um, I think there's a good amount of plays, but looks like some what would cost 6 and maybe like a Sanji blocker has to be a Sanji blocker,
Yeah.
which is a
Right,
2K out
because
of
they
hand,
don't
which just
have.
feels bad too, right?
Yeah, that I don't think you can give up the Sanji blocker like that, especially since no, he's a 6 cost, so you can't Ichiji or Niji it. Um, so it looks like
And
we're just gonna attack 7
and
at
likely
Ichiji.
leader, but could also be Ichi, yeah,
Oh,
at
it's
leader.
leader. That's risky taking the 7 because now it's stopping Luffy just attacking 9 down left, going 10-10.
Um, yeah, we could go 10-10. Could also go like 9, and then I think 11 after that.
911 works too.
And I don't know how much
Hmm.
Dawn. Oh, okay. We're just going big number.
Oh, we're gonna go set up a blocker, or no? We're going, yeah, set up blocker.
Okay, we use Law, which is going to Dawn minus, so they feel the wrath of discarding now. Um,
Not as good, I feel. But how many cards? Looks like 7 cards in hand. Yeah.
yeah, just choosing the middle two. Ooh, a 2K
Oof.
and each G. That's pretty impactful.
That's huge.
And then yeah, 5 into leader, 1K
Okay.
out using the Niji. Now, if they have a Niji in hand, that would be super strong of them.
Yeah,
I
that'd
think
be
they're
sick.
at what 8 Dawn, 7 Dawn right now for Reiju.
How many cards? I mean, the block we have. I mean, yeah. So Niji would be nice. Oh, yep. Oh wait, no, we're discarding Niji.
Yeah, so we just don't have the 5 cost in rotation, it seems.
Yeah, because Niji bounce the blocker and then just go for game with the rest of the Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think like this is what I was saying. Like the Reiju player hasn't had really a chance to draw the cards. We never got to play Reiju, 4 cost Reiju or loop Reiju in any way.
Mm-hmm.
Want to attack the 7? Um, where though?
This is likely going to leader. We got 2K, 1K. We likely do it. Our 0 cost with Poly.
Yeah.
So 1 life with a blocker. They're gonna have to either Niji or have another Ichi to push the pressure to try to go for game.
Yeah. I just think they never saw it,
Mm-hmm.
which that sucks. Went down 6. Ugh, that's not great. 1K.
Oh,
Oh,
into
we were talking to Polly.
I guess so. Yeah.
We could end this turn with playing blocker choppers.
Yeah. Blocker Chopper could come down.
Hmm.
What a peculiar game of advantage. It seems like both players are having a rough time. It seems, which is generally it's one player or the other, right?
Yeah, it's pretty amusing. And we have to use our last 3 down to attack. And I guess we're attacking. Surely it's got to be Polly, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you can get out of this, you do. Even if it's Trafalgar Law, you block it because a 6K is better than a 5K offensively.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and well, we
That's
have
Reiju's game. I
five,
mean, that's his.
7, 15, I think, and we have a pretty large hand for Reiju, but I'd be very surprised if they're able to get out of this. All right, just doing the straight 15. Got no time for games, and Purple Luffy takes that one.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, just hand was filled with Porsche. Just none of the just couldn't find their big cards, I guess.
Yeah,
Or-
yeah, and I think it's a little bit like Curly not playing around pudding was very scary.
Mhm.
I think alternatively, not the Reiju player not being able to play around Law. I think maybe like the 2 cards out of hand made it difficult for them to be defensive anymore. They had to play aggressively, and that made a
Mhm.
big difference.
Whereas maybe they could have potentially, countered out of something early and then because they only heal. I feel like the Luffy player, if I remember correctly, they only attacked for like 6 or 7.
Yeah,
So.
I think that's yeah. Just I mean, again, it's a 4 life leader, and Luffy's pretty aggressive as well. So even though like sometimes Luffy's like a 4 life leader because you take your first life every game, right? It's just a
He
four
took his
life
life
lead.
twice,
Yeah,
right? So he was a 3 life leader.
yeah. But that's gonna be it for round number 8. We've got 2 more expected rounds. We had 7 undefeated going into this round, so we'll either have 4 or 3. We'll see what's undefeated on the other side, and we'll see you guys in round number 9. We'll be right back.